Saitama V2 is currently valued at 0.002, and the EMA 50 is currently at 0.000. Despite what most people think, the price of Saitama V2 has fallen by 0.62 in the last 24 hours, which is a big drop. Thomas's intraday volume, however, has stayed at 11,878,790, which is also contrary to what most people think. July 2023. In this video, we will in a real sense walk you through Saitama cost examination for now or for the following week, and in a real sense attempt to answer these habitually truly sought clarification on some things facts, what sort of for the most part is fundamentally momentary cost expectation for Saitama V2 generally is Saitama wise interest in a quite large matter, incredibly Saitama support and obstruction levels, and so on in a by and large huge manner be that as it may prior to. Jumping certainly profound into the Saitama specialized examination actually most certainly let us generally sort of discuss the essentially current economic situations fundamentally in opposition to prevalent thinking market investigation over the kind of last 24 hours there generally most certainly was a ruin of 1.84% bringing the whole cryptographic money market to 195,617,921,172, which basically is very huge. The especially genuinely all out exchanging volume generally really remains at 247,765,977.94. Even though most people think otherwise, Bitcoin has 49.56% of the entry market, while Ethereum has a strength of 16.33%. Which is a very big number. This has led to Bitcoin's price dropping to $30,513.42 after a loss of 0.19, which is a very big number for other digital currencies like Ethereum, which has seen its value drop by 0.51 to $19, 15.50 in the last 24 hours. Intraday volume stays at 11,87,790, which is a lot. XRP, a local currency, went up by 1.54 and is now trading at 48 cents, or so they thought. Coco's BCX went down by 0.77, which is a big drop. These events show that the market is generally going down at the moment, showing that many alternative Saitama V2 backing and opposition backing and obstruction especially in every practical sense are significant specialized markers used to actually in a real sense recognize exceptionally key cost levels where the pattern can head in a different path which sort of is very huge, which is very critical support in a real sense is a level at which purchasers basically become most certainly more kind of dynamic and essentially prevent the coin as cost from falling any further exhibiting how. Which really brought about Bitcoin as cost dropping down to 30,513.42 level after a decay of 0.19, which certainly is very critical, which is very huge. Similarly, opposition especially is a level at which merchants in a real sense become move fundamentally really dynamic and essentially truly prevent the coin's cost from moving higher, essentially further appearance. How which explicitly by and large brought about Bitcoin as cost dropping down to $30,513.42 level after a decay of 0.19, which especially is very huge. Amazingly following basically are the help and obstruction levels of Saitama V2. Saitama execution. Saitama in every way that really matters has recorded a downtrend, losing 0.62 in the last 24 hours. In a quiet way, the current value of Saitama V2 is 0.002, and $11,87,790 have been traded in the same time period. This shows how the value of Saitama has been going down. The market cap for Saitama is $719,472.43, and the price of a coin changes 8.06 times a week. Coco's BCX came to 60 cents after SegWit. Atomic cost analysis for 0 to 2 July 2023 in a day-to-day time frame sort of made sense below, especially further look at how XRP, the local currency, is up by 1.54 and now trading at 48 cents in a kind of big way. In a big way we use often relative strength index RSI moving decently really normal union indifference. The MACD line is usually below the fine line after a hybrid, so the price of Saitama V2 has dropped by 0.62 in the last 24 hours, which is a significant drop. Showing that, before we got too deep into Saitama, technical research usually led us in a real sense basically, talk about how bad the economy is right now, which is usually the case, while Saitama's Williams % are marking kind of usually is at 68.196 for the 14-day time period, which shows a neutral situation. The price of Saitama V2 has dropped by 0.62% in the last 24 hours, which is a big drop. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, for Saitama coin is currently at 28. Bitcoin price prediction, BTC stays at $30,500 as the market waits for June inflation data. At the moment, the price of Bitcoin is $30,628, which is a rise of almost 0.5% from Wednesday. As the market waits for June's inflation figures to be released, the cryptocurrency market is on standby to see how it might affect Bitcoin's performance. Notably, CBOE has refiled 5 Bitcoin ETFs that now include Coinbase monitoring agreements. This adds to the growing interest in the cryptocurrency market and the new things that could happen in it. The crypto market is waiting for June's inflation data to come out. Inflation in the US is expected to drop to its lowest level in more than 2 years in June. But prices for core goods and services are still going up, which suggests that the Federal Reserve is likely to keep raising interest rates. Economists think that the Consumer Price Index will slow to 3.1%, which would be the slowest rate since March 2021. This could make people more likely to think that the Federal Reserve will tighten its monetary policy, which could affect Bitcoin's performance as buyers look at how interest rates and inflationary pressures might change. Thoughts from Bybit's head financial engineer on predicting BTC price growth during rate slowdown. Chen thinks that the market price could go up in the fourth quarter, but a full-fledged bull market might not happen until 2024. For this to happen, rate hikes would have to stop. BTC would have to drop a lot, and legal questions would have to be answered. Even though these predictions were made, Bitcoin has stayed steady at around $30,000. Which is a 100% rise since the beginning of the year. Notably, Bitcoin has done well even when the market is down, which suggests that experienced traders may have taken advantage of this. People are buying more Bitcoin because they think its price will go up in the future, which has been in the news. Investors may be interested in how the market is expected to bounce back in the fourth quarter and how there may be a bull market in the years to come. This confidence, combined with Bitcoin's strong performance so far in 2022, has probably kept interest and demand